do not wish to see anyone right now.
I said... Oh, thank God it's you. No, come in. Shut the door quickly. Oh, I don't think I can survive one more congratulations or well-wish or advice from a single person. I know I've been having anxiety about the coronation itself, but the lead up to it has been twice as bad as I ever could have imagined. I'm going to get enough advice from the council when I'm actually queen. This is just... I'm not even queen yet. Can't they say all this to my father? I suppose. Come in. I promise, I'm fine. Just... No, I'm sure I'm ready. I've been waiting for this my entire life. I want to take my place in this kingdom, but the last few days have drained any confidence I might have built up over the last decade of my life. I don't even know why I'm nervous. I know every single thing there is to know. I know more than my father at this point. But I feel like everyone is offering me advice and wishing me luck because they're expecting me to fail. They're waiting for me to fail. I just know it. I know that, and I'm not expecting myself to have a perfect reign, but I want to do the right thing and prove that I'm capable of it. I'm worried about everything, let's be honest. Well, thank you. How do you do that? Always know the right thing to say to calm my nerves. I don't know where I would be without you. Will you come sit with me on the balcony? Why not? You've never said no before. What, is my knight suddenly too good to sit with their princess? I know that. But I'm not your queen yet. And even when I am, I still hope that nothing will change between us. We can still have our nights like this. Why are you talking like that? No, I have no intention of sending you away. Where did you get an idea like that? No, I do want you by my side. I expect you to be at my side. And who gave those orders? It's not an inevitability. Captain Green has maintained our borders well. I see no reason to send you out to meet her. She has not called for you, and unless you suddenly want to head out to the edges of our territory, I don't see why that is relevant. No, of course, I would never keep you from aiding the captain, but you make it seem as if I'm the one sending you away. What do you mean, proactive? You're not suggesting ending. No. Please, you have been my closest friend ever since we were children. You have been the only one I could count on. I can still perform my duties as queen and keep my friend. How dare you suggest that I cannot? I will do what is necessary for the sake of my kingdom, but I will not lose the one thing I truly care about. I will not lose my knight. Do not tell me what I mean. If what I want is against the laws, then I will change the laws. I will change everything if it means I can have you. Stop saying that like you've already decided for me. I will be queen, and I will make sure you can stay by my side, but I need you to be there first. So, you've made your choice then. Very well. If that is the choice you have made, I will not stop you. I relieve you of all your duties as a knight of my kingdom. You may take a horse out to the borders as you see fit. I will not hold you. Please don't go. Just go. There you are. I've been looking for you all day. No. That's more like it. All right. Where have you been? What do you mean? I am the captain of the guard. You think I'm gonna miss my queen's coronation? Well, either way, it's not a matter of me missing it. What about you? Well, for one thing, you're hiding in the armory. I highly doubt Genevieve does not want you at her coronation. She's practically had you standing by her side since... What's wrong? Well, I usually don't find you here unless something's wrong. Is this about what we discussed before I left? Oh, you idiot. You are worried that your feelings are inappropriate. While I would usually agree that yes, a knight being in love with your queen is counterproductive, you and Genevieve have always been a particular exception when it comes to status. What? I've never heard you talk like that before. Hell will freeze over and heaven fall down from the sky before Genevieve gets bored of you. I'm willing to bet my title on it. Now, I know that didn't come from you, so my next question is, who has made you think that? Lady Rochelle. I should have known. She has been nothing but trouble since the moment she came to court. You know better than to listen to anything she says. And who says you won't be by her side? Well, if you're so sure, then I guess I shouldn't tell you what I came here to say. No, you've made your choice. You will not stay by your queen's side as she rules her kingdom. I fully support this decision. Regardless if it was made based on the lies of a witch. Tomorrow, at the coronation, the king will pass his crown down to his daughter. There'll be a procession, parades, the banquet, and then the ball. I had assumed you would be Genevieve's guard through the whole night, keeping an eye on her. Oh, I see. You really made her so angry she relieved you of duty. Good for her. Sorry, but that does make this a little trickier now. After the coronation, the king will step down and Genevieve will take his place. Would you let me finish? When the king steps down, Simon will also be stepping down as the king's guard. Yeah, Simon will be joining me out at the borders. He has history with some of the rogue bands out there. I could use his expertise. In the meantime, the queen will need a new guard. Someone who will be her shadow, and who will protect her above all else. I was hoping to confirm with Genevieve that you would take the position. I didn't realize you'd been fired. Well, since you've been relieved of duty, you technically shouldn't be taking up this new position. But I think I can pull a few strings. All in all, it looks like you have a perfect window of opportunity. Opportunity. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are so lucky Genevieve thinks you're cute. You are not a knight. As of right now, and as of tomorrow, you will still not be a guard. So I suggest you take the opening in your schedule, you attend the coronation, or at the very least the ball, and you make up with your future queen in whatever way suits you. Think you can do that? Good. Of course, I give good advice. I'm your older sister. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go push a woman with a forked tongue down a well. Oh yeah? And who's going to demote me? Genevieve? Apparently she only does that to you. Good luck. Yes, Oh. It's you. Thank you. Your kind words are appreciated. Actually, I am already promised to Lord Silas for the next. But, considering he is nowhere to be found, then yes. I suppose you may have this dance. You know, I distinctly remember you saying you would never be caught dead attending one of these events, let alone willing to go to the dance floor. If this is your way of apologizing, you've got a long way to go. Mm-hmm. The coronation ceremony went exactly as planned. Yes, I have no doubts. Yes, I felt quite safe. But I don't believe that is any of your concern, is it? Oh, don't look so guilty. It's messing up your footwork. You are the one that insisted that we end things as they were and that you were no longer my knight. You are not bound to those obligations. Until tomorrow, that is. Of course, Claire spoke to me about it. Simon personally assured me that the transition would be made. The only piece of information I have yet to receive is if you will accept this title. What? Oh, where are we going? We can't just leave in the middle of... No, this is nice. I can breathe, finally. Yes, I know. It's my coronation day. You really think I wouldn't be made aware of any potential changes to my security? Granted, it would have been better to be briefed about it with you in the room, but according to Captain Green, you were sulking in the armory. Don't worry, she only told me your reputation is safe. Upset? Why would I be upset? It's my coronation day. I have no reason to be upset. It's not like my most trusted friend and protector decided for me that I no longer wanted them in my life because they listened to some vitriolic advice from a noblewoman who's been in the court for barely half a decade, whereas we've been friends for, what, our entire lives? No, I'm not upset at all. Stop. I don't want any apologies. You'll have plenty of time for groveling later. For now, I just want some quiet in good company. Can you allow me that? You're staring at me. If you have something to say it. But you are not my knight. Not right now. You could say anything. Even if we both already know it. Say it. I want to hear you say it. If you are to be mine, then swear yourself to me. Not to the kingdom, not to my crown. Swear yourself to me, as I will swear myself to you. I have waited years for you to do that. Oh, don't worry, I am still plenty upset with you for thinking I would ever get bored of you and deciding that I didn't want you in my life. But I'll have you make up for it once you're my personal guard. For now, the balcony is clear. The guests are all too consumed with alcohol and each other to bother noticing. Kiss me again. Yes, that is an order from your queen.